Is
really-
YouTube the one with all the porno stuff in it? Isn't there a channel?
You
with
told me you didn't know what YouTube was. Are you telling me
Yeah.
that you have found porno on
No,
YouTube?
but I know there is a channel called something like that. No?
I wouldn't know, Michael, but clearly you do know.
No, I don't. I've never been on a porn channel, but I just
So
thought...
you say we know
Yeah.
about your Instagram search history, though, don't we?
Uh,
And what the algorithm knows about your search history on Instagram.
I don't understand
There's
what
a
you're
lot of
talking
big
about.
bosom women on there and bottoms, is all I'm going to say. Deals, welcome back to the Wittering Whitehalls from Whitehall Towers on this slightly grey day in Putney. But guess what, Deals? Because when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I am in a summer dress because I was determined to get through the 4 Seaview dresses. I've banged on about it enough. And yes, I'm in dress number 4, which Mr Whitehall no doubt will say for the 4th time probably, looks like a tablecloth or a curtain.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, I like it.
No.
Do you like it? I love them because they were all $24.99, and as you know, I got 4 dresses for under £100, which was pretty good going. And I'm looking forward to next summer when I'll be able to roll them out because I bought them at the end of the summer, so even better. It's like next year's wardrobe.
I think it would make a lovely sort of standby dressing gown.
Talk about damning with faint praise.
No, I mean, obviously not your main dressing gown, but if you needed a backup one, that would be very, very
I
adequate.
don't know why you're laughing, PPJ.
It
It's
would.
not funny.
Just the notion of a backup dressing gown.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. There's no room for any dressing gowns in our bedroom because, as you well know, Michael, you have about 58 dressing gowns. There is no hookage space left for me to have a
I
dressing
do
gown.
not have 58,000 dressing gowns.
I said 58.
Right. I have
anyway,
2.
For the DLs
One
listening...
of them was given to me by that nice man that you always fancied, but sadly it wasn't
David Gandy.
mutual.
Oh, David Gandy.
Yeah.
Bless him. Be still my beating heart. And one of them was from St Brelard Hotel in Jersey.
It was. Very nice hotel,
Indeed.
that
Very
was.
nice dressing gown too.
Yeah.
But for the DLs listening...
I'd love to go back there, but of course the danger of going back there is we might bump into you-know-who who lives in Jersey, doesn't he?
Papa Joe.
Hmm.
Well, he
I got
doesn't.
married at that hotel.
He did.
I
Oh.
don't have a residence there, though,
No.
Mr.
Oh,
White.
I
No.
thought you'd got a
He
sort
just-
of
He's not a
tax
tax haven.
haven there.
No,
Not
it-
yet.
They're very tight on the rules in Jersey. You need to live in Jersey for a certain number of days
Right.
of the year, otherwise you get kicked out.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, you also have to be loaded, which I'm not. So
Yet. I'm going to try
Yeah.
this for the 3rd time now. 3rd time lucky. For the DLs listening at home, it is pale blue with a very nice floral pattern, which is blue, various hues of blue, orange. Should have worn, yeah. You should have worn an orange tie, but actually you've picked out the colour scheme on your bow tie. Michael Whitehall looking like Professor Nutty over there in a bow tie. Love it. Or indeed Professor Brainstorm. Didn't he wear a bow tie?
Yeah, but this is a very high-end bow tie, but it's by that battalion lady.
Mm.
What's she called?
Incidentally, Georgina Van Eckdorf, I
Yeah.
think is her name. Talking of which, Michael Whitehall,
Yes.
Barnaby Whitehall had to go to a black tie event this weekend and
Yeah.
said, did you have a black bow tie that tied? Because he felt that it was a very high-end event
Mhm.
and he didn't want to go in a pre-tied one. So I took the liberty of getting your untied bow tie and taking it up to him and tying it for him, and then he can unclip it and put it on when he gets to the high-end event, whatever it is. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you.
Has he been to the high-end
No,
event?
he's
Yeah.
going this weekend when we will be in Oxford. Anyway, Michael, without further ado, I am going to introduce where we are this week, because this live show that you're about to hear was in Guildford. Oh my goodness me, there was a crowd, Michael. They were a belting crowd again, were they not? We've had York, we've had Stoke, and now we had Guildford. They were amazing.
I was a tiny bit upset.
Okay.
I mean, not big upset,
Yep.
but tiny bit upset,
Yep.
considering, her diary can't be that full.
Yeah. I know
But
exactly.
Yvonne Arnaud didn't show up.
We did quite a lot on Yvonne
You
Arnaud.
think?
Yes, Yvonne
I mean,
Arnaud, because
come
the
on,
theatre
love.
is named after Yvonne Arnaud.
Yeah.
And I had done my research, Michael.
Not a sign of her anywhere,
'cause she
even in
died-
the loos.
She died about 30 years ago. But
Oh,
she
did
did
she?
live in Guildford. And she was in her day, she had some big successes, Michael. And
It wouldn't have been a good look if she died during a play that you had written or were starring in, would it?
No, it definitely wouldn't. I was triggered though, because I actually, my career started at the Theatre Royal Bath doing panto, playing Back End of the Cow, Townsfolk, Bunny Rabbit. We've referenced that. The next job in the pantheon of Hilary Whitehall's career was a tour of a very obscure Noel Coward play called The Marquise. And that opened at the Yvonne Arnaud Theatre, Guildford. I then, of course, also had the momentous task each day, when we did another play, Conduct Unbecoming, of delivering Anthony Steele to the stage door, as we have referenced before. So rather than delivering these slightly...
Did you also look after his valuables?
I did indeed look after
That's
his
what I
valuables.
heard.
Yes, I looked after everybody's valuables because I was
But
the ASM.
particularly his, I
No,
heard.
not particularly his.
Oh, okay.
And also Michael Whitehall, it was very triggering because, of course, I was, triggered into remembering delivering this fairly vintage actor to the stage door with past all his slightly elderly fans. And there I was last week delivering my fairly elderly husband to the stage door past all his fans, his elderly fans.
Thank you very much. I mean,
Do you know
how old was Anthony Steele?
Weirdly, I looked it up.
Yes.
Weirdly,
Yeah.
because at the time I was 20, I was probably 20, 19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
He looked to me like he was 85.
Yeah.
Okay. In
And-
fact, he was 64 when I was
No.
doing that job. Yeah.
Right.
He was 64. In fact, I think he was even younger. No, it was 64. It was
Well, he looked
63.
a lot older than that.
63. He was born in 19...
That's right, because he had all
20?
these wives, and that last one, Anita Ekberg,
Nearly
I bet
killed
she
him,
was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But then look
No,
at
he
me
was-
and you.
But he
I
was
mean,
63, Michael.
I look very good for my age.
I was about to say, he
and
was
I'm
63
married
and
to a-
looked 85.
Yeah.
You're 85 and you look 63. So I
Hilary,
got it
that's very
right.
sweet of
I
you.
got it right, Michael.
Thank you.
Pleasure, Michael.
Very sweet of you.
Anyway, I had a lot of trips down memory lane, as PPJ will attest. I said, oh, God, I remember this little room where I used to sit as the ASM, and it's still the same, and the dressing rooms. And
The tea-making facilities.
Yes, you got yourself tucked into a few props from the show that was on before us, literally before us, that day.
Got told off by the
Yes.
theatre manager.
Quite right too, PPJ.
I didn't touch them.
What were you
It
thinking?
was our Sam touched them.
Ah,
I didn't touch nothing.
Sam, our social media captain.
What were you eating then?
No, he was fiddling with the props.
Oh,
from the other
fiddling
show.
with props. I
Yeah.
thought you were fiddling with the refreshments.
As
Got
you know-
told off like a bad schoolboy.
Yes, I think it will maybe appear. I think it appeared in our socials, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sam, ever a man to garner content, of course, because content is king, and he is the king of content. Anyway, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, DLs, doddles, all other iterations of DLs, strap in, because this is another belter. Sorry, I keep saying this, I know. York was a belter, this is a belter. Guildford, thank you so much. Over to you. Michael Whitehall,
Yes, Hilary.
would you like to read
I would.
the first email, please?
Yes. Dear Hilary and Michael, an IRDL here, imminently relocating DL.
Love it.
Imminently
Relocating.
relocating, dear listener.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
As the name suggests, I'm house hunting and hopefully about to move my family somewhere with a bit more space. I'm writing to you after hearing that you've moved house a couple of times, so you might have some sage advice. I mean, let's face it, you always do. Mm-hmm. Charming. Mm-hmm. We've been lucky with the neighbours in our current house. Oh, I wish we had. Though we're not exactly friends, we're always cordial and share a morning hello.
It's better than you.
But what of our prospective new neighbours? How can we tell if they'll be a nightmare or not? Are there any tests we can carry out? Or any signs to look out for? What would you do is basically what I'm asking. What would you do? Anonymous IRDL.
PPJ, I'm assuming with anonymous, that means they're not here.
Well, it means they sort of could be
They
here or
could
they
be
might not
here,
be, but
or
they
they might
wish
not
not
be
to be
here.
identified is what it means.
Okay. Could I just say that you're moving to get more space. We actually moved to downsize to get our children to move out because it was the only way we could get them to move out. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they would not budge.
No, they would not budge.
Jack wouldn't budge,
No.
Molly wouldn't budge, Barney wouldn't budge.
No.
So we thought if we get
Let's
a really
move.
small house, then they'll have to, because they'll be sick of sleeping on the floor or in the garden. So that's what we did, and they did move out.
Yeah. Any thoughts on neighbours, Michael Whitehall? Prospective new neighbours?
No, not
No,
really.
I know.
I'm not
I
really
mean, it
very
takes
good
you
with neighbours.
decades to get to know
I
the
mean,
neighbours.
you're terrible with neighbours. The minute somebody moves in, you're there banging on the door saying, "Oh, welcome, welcome." And I go, fuck are you talking about? You don't know who these people are. You don't know anything about them. Oh,
Look.
well, why don't we have them for dinner tomorrow night? Why? Why would we want complete strangers? Because they're new neighbours.
Yes, I believe in bombarding people with kindness and charm, because then eventually, if you bombard them enough, they sort of, even if they're horrible, they give in and think, "Oh, I'll just be charming to her." My go-to would be, and I think I did it actually when we did the famous downsize. My go-to is to knock on the door before possibly when you've exchanged, because you don't want to waste this on the house not going through. So once you've exchanged, knock on the doors, and then you go with a pot of homemade marmalade, and you say, "Hello, I'm potentially your new neighbour. Lovely to meet you. Here's a pot of homemade marmalade." And they'd think, "Oh, that's very nice." Then you move in some months later, because as we know, with conveyancing, solicitors, etc., everything takes forever. So you've got a big period of time between the exchange and completion. You go in on completion day and you say, "Hello, it's me again. I've got another pot of homemade marmalade," because I'm sure you've got through it already. "But we're in now, so hopefully we can commune together." And then you leave it for a few more weeks. Hopefully nothing happens, like you tell them to F off or anything like that. Or the dog. I've got a dog that really loves to do a poo on our neighbour's doorstep. It's like her poo place of choice. That's not great. You go then, a few weeks later, you go with another pot of marmalade, or you could ring the changes, potentially some homemade jam, and you just bombard them the whole time with kindness. That would be my suggestion.
Right, well, I don't understand any of that. The people that we actually bought the house from, I've just remembered.
Yes.
The house that we lived in for a long time.
Do you mean the one we
15
sold or the one
years.
we moved into now?
No, the one that we originally bought.
Yes.
The big house
Yes.
in Putney on
We
the
lived
common.
there for 22 years,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, when we went to look round it, do you remember that?
Yes.
We looked round it,
I think
and I
know
said,
where you
it's
might be going.
very large,
Yes.
very perfect on
Very
the common,
60s, yeah.
very 60s.
Decor, yeah.
Quite a weird couple who owned it. Maybe I
Yes.
shouldn't say that. Unusual.
Just
shall we
going to
say,
say,
rather
I
than
know
weird.
this was a thing in the
He
60s.
had a beard. Didn't
He had a
And-
beard.
and-
The
and
weird
he looked-
thing is that the house hadn't been decorated in the 60s. They had wallpapered ceilings. When was that a thing? 60s, I think it was. What were they thinking? It was all brown and orange.
Anyway, the
quite
estate
hectic.
agent who was desperate for it to see us kept saying, "Oh, we've had a lot of offers on this house. Very important, that we get it sold through us, and I think you'll love it and everything." And we did. We absolutely adored it. In fact, I got so excited that, and very rare for me, I went to the loo.
No, you're not telling that.
What?
No, we've done this story on the podcast.
What?
Please, can we not
No.
have this story about the floater that I had to get rid of
I just
in my
went,
pocket?
I went to the loo, and they said, just go upstairs and feel free to do
Have a
whatever
look
you
round.
want to
I
do,
know.
walk around and everything. And I thought, well, I'll go for a quick wee.
Yes, we were in the.
And
we
I
were in the-
realised that the wee was turning into something else.
Yes, I know.
Then I did it, and there was no paper on the thing in there. And I thought, the quicker we get out of this room, the better. So I just left it
It was
there.
the ensuite of the master bedroom. Do you know what I had to do,
And I
Giles?
tried to flush it, and it wouldn't go down.
What did I have to do?
So
I had
I'm
to...
now in the house of these two people I've only met once saying hello and trying to charm them so that I would get the first dibs at their
I
house.
was upstairs
You were
taking my
upstairs.
sock off to pick it out and put it in my pocket. Michael Whitehall.
I do
things
remember.
I do
Well,
for
I'm
you.
sorry. It was entirely my fault.
Yes, it
I wouldn't
was,
have remembered
Michael.
that if you hadn't mentioned
Can't
all
believe
that
we've done
stuff
that
about
story again.
marmalade.
It does change in the telling of it because sometimes he says he picked it out. I'm here to tell you the truth is
No.
what you've heard tonight.
Anyway, we moved in there and we lived there for how
22
long?
years.
22 years.
Yes, and then we moved.
And then Jack and Molly and Barney got bigger and bigger. And
Yeah.
then
We moved. to get
and
to-
we
get them to
moved,
move
and
out.
then
So that's
was
my
it.
advice to the anonymous IRDL. If you're here tonight, you've had it. If not, you'll hear it on the episode.
What, the people that own the house are here?
No, I hope not, because
What?
they'll know what happened. No, the advice about neighbours.
Oh,
new
I
neighbours and
see.
everything.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought you meant the people. They were called. No, they weren't.
Do you know?
What were they
Can
called?
you not give out their names? They might have moved to
He got a
Guildford.
sort of beard.
Yes, he was. Also, the other thing I remember is
long
when
hair.
we moved out. When they moved out, Michael, they left a load of
They did.
rubbish in the cellar, and you rang the woman who was South African. I'm sorry to say that I don't, that's not strictly relevant. Other
Well,
than
it
that she had-
was because she talked like that.
yes.
You do a very good South African accent.
Are we allowed to do South African accents, Joe?
I mean, the fact that you're asking me suggests to me that you probably know the answer is I better not.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway,
no accents.
Michael rang her and said, "This is totally unacceptable that you have left all this rubbish, old bits of furniture and everything in the cellar. Could you please arrange for 2 skips to come and get it cleared?" And she was really angry. She said, "Well, I'm not paying for them. We've moved out now."
Do the accent.
No, I'm not
It's
gonna do
better with the accent. It
"I'm
works
not
better
pay-
with the accent.
I'm not paying for 2 skips.
Yes, that's it.
And she and Michael and she had a bit of a row, and eventually Michael said, "Right, I will come round and find where you're living now, and you will be paying for these 2 skips. I will get my solicitor onto you." So she said, "Okay, I will pay for the skips, but I just want you to know, Mr. Whitehall, that I never liked you."
Yeah, well, that is true.
Yep.
She did say that.
Do you want me to do non-accent version, Joe, for the...
No, I think we've probably got what we need.
Okay. Right, Michael Whitehall, please can we move on? Sorry, I keep saying Michael Whitehall because it makes me laugh because I think of his name as one name, which I've picked up from, I'm going to do a name drop, Julian Fellows, Lord Fellows, who wrote Downton Abbey, his wife Emma.
Name drop there.
Yeah, I love his wife, who is crazy, 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 but in a lovely way. And she always calls Michael Whitehall, like it's one name. Michael, is Michael Whitehall coming for dinner with you tonight? I go, yep, Michael Whitehall is coming. So I've now adopted this because I love it. It's one name, Michael Whitehall.
Dearest Michael, Hilary, PPJ, and all the supporting podcast contributors, which of course mean Philly and Winston. When you came to see your new house, which we lived in, you left... You left us with a souvenir of your visit, which I enclose herewith.
No. 36 years later, a desiccated... Yeah. No, let's not go there.
I'm a doddle, and I can't thank you enough for making my daily runs. Oh, runs. That's interesting. My daily runs to the loo so much more enjoyable. My daily runs so much more enjoyable. Mondays are so much easier knowing I can listen to you both, and Thursday marks the start to the run-up to the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at Guildford tomorrow with my lovely mum, Anne. We're having a well-deserved mother-daughter evening out, and what better company than to spend it with you?
Yes, PPJ, right.
Where are you?
Where are you, Anne?
Hello,
And
Anne.
Alex?
Wave more vigorously. There you are.
Oh, yes. Hello. Right, we're
Coming.
going to hear some audience participation now. Right, carry on with the email, Michael.
This is Alex from Reigate.
Yay.
Yeah.
Right, Michael, carry on.
So my question, I'm not sure if it's just me, but when dining with friends, business associates, etc., nothing annoys me more than when some of them, in fact, this extends to anyone in my eye line in a restaurant, use their knife as a pen. Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Keep going.
And their fork in a similar fashion. I'd be endlessly fascinated to know your thoughts on creative cutlery positions usage. I feel it may just be me. Thank you again for being just fabulous. Best, Alex from Reigate. Well, it isn't only you, Alex. I can't bear it. The worst people are Americans who do this ludicrous thing where they put one down and pick the other one up, and then pick that one up and put that one down. And they get they're like sort of those magicians.
Octopuses.
I mean, all that
Do
stuff.
we have any Americans in? Oh, not that they're going to admit it now.
No.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah, yay.
But I mean...
I know, it's... sorry, guys, we're going to have to throw you under the bus here. It's all that thing of you cut your food the normal way, then you put the knife down, and then you swap the fork into the other hand. Is that right? I mean, their food must be cold before they even get to it, to be honest. I just don't get it.
Well...
Anyway, it makes you rant for Britain. Where do we stand... Sorry, where do we stand on plastic cutlery? Oh, the perils of plastic cutlery. Oh, bamboo cutlery? Wooden cutlery? No. Alex, where are you?
So I'm with Anne here,
Oh,
who's
Anne.
Alex's mum. Apparently Alex wasn't well enough to be here this evening, which is really
I can't
sad.
bear
Sorry,
it.
Alex, if you're listening to this in the eventual podcast version. But I have got Anne. We can talk to Anne. Would you like to talk to Anne?
Anne, yes, Anne. Presumably your night is going to be a bit cheaper that Alex isn't here, because presumably as the mum, you would have been in the chair for everything. Tickets, drinks.
We were so looking forward to being here this evening together.
Oh.
And bless her heart, she really couldn't come, but she was itching to come.
Oh.
But we've got your book, which has been signed.
Oh, bless.
And if you could actually sign it, perhaps with both your signatures on, that would be a bonus.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Well, all I can say is that if you want someone to come with you to Pop World later, I'm there. Alex, I'm going to take your place. I'll take a hit for the team, and I'll go with your mum to Pop World. And I might even buy the drinks as well. Oh, well, that's so sad that she's not here. So sending lots of love, and get well soon to Alex, Michael.
Yeah, I'd tell Alex that she didn't miss anything. So it was very early days. Better to see this show maybe at the beginning of next year.
Yeah, we might know what we're doing
a
by
bit
then.
better.
Yeah. Well, it's very exciting that she emailed in, and thank you, Anne, for being a good sport. Michael Whitehall.
Yes.
We have another little email. This isn't actually a question, but I just wanted to read it out. But you'll see why when you get to the end of it.
Ooh.
It's quite sure.
What is this? What is this?
It's Liddell, babe. Liddell. Still hasn't got it. Still, not got it. Right, Michael, carry on.
We're long-time listeners who absolutely adore you. We watched Jack and Michael on Travels with My Father, and we're instant fans. Your podcast is so entertaining, and we really enjoy your Wittering. We're currently on holiday in England. good place to go. Yeah, if you're having a bit of a break, why not go to England? So where are these people then? We're currently on holiday in England and are so happy to be seeing you in Guildford.
They're in the
All the
audience.
best. Tim and Anne Boleyn. No, it's not Anne.
It's not Anne. It's
Sorry,
not Anne.
it's Tim and Angela Boleyn.
Any
Boleyn.
relation, one wonders, because there's not many Boleyns around, I would
But
have
if
thought.
you're in England,
Right, PPJ,
Yes.
get that mic going. We need to find the Boleyns.
Where are the Boleyns?
Where are they?
Hello, Boleyns.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah. Very exciting.
so what we need to know is where are you on
It's not the
holiday
the man with the medical
from
problem.
to
No,
be
no,
in England?
no.
You're not American, are you? Because what I said about cutlery was only joking. I wasn't serious.
Beep, beep, beep,
No.
beep. Yep, back out of that one, Michael.
So we're from Wichita, Kansas.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, just to say, little bit of a spoiler alert, but we've got a little bit of a piece of a sort of a vignette of our lives, which involves Kansas in the second half. I'm just going to apologize now. Okay? I love it that you're from Kansas. It's a big state. And there's quite a lot of canvas that doesn't seem to have any people in it as well.
So we have Travis Kelsey and Dorothy.
Of course, yes, Travis Kelsey. I'd forgotten about that. When we were in Kansas, there was actually a game on, and unfortunately, we couldn't get anywhere near any tickets. If only I knew Taylor Swift, because we would have been in there like a shot.
We'll see what we can do when we
Thank
get
you
home.
so much. We may need to swap email addresses afterwards, because we need to see Travis when we're next there. But my other memory of Kansas was in the airport in Kansas. Michael bought 4 pairs of shoes, which is very handy when you're in an airport and you've got very limited hand luggage. I had 4 pairs of shoes to then fit into things.
Which didn't fit when
Which
I
you've
got
never
home.
worn,
No,
exactly.
I've never worn them.
Talk about impulse
I feel
buy.
really badly about all that I said about the cutlery because, I mean, I know, it's just, it's only because there was I
Can
was
I
just
just
trying
say-
to get a cheap laugh.
Yeah.
But I love people from Kansas, and however they want to eat in their own country, they can eat, and they can just tell us to fuck off. And
We love you too, and we usually just eat with our fingers.
I beg your pardon?
We love you too, but we usually just eat with our fingers.
Oh, yeah, nice. I like it, yeah. Yeah, why bother with cutlery? To be honest, I think the cutlery is going to pale into insignificance when I get going on Kansas in part 2. But anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Would you like to read out email numero 3, please? What's going on down there?
I was just adjusting
All
my
right, okay.
waistcoat and
Just
tie.
checking.
Ordinarily, I am an Adderall, an Australian dog walking, dear listener.
Oh, sorry, before we go on,
Yes.
we didn't ask. Are you related to Anne Boleyn? Oh, hang on. We've got to get this.
Yeah, we
PJ,
need to
'cause
know.
It's very relevant because that's. I grew up near where Anne Boleyn was brought up in.
Well, she
Hever
had her
Castle.
head chopped off.
She
didn't
did.
No, no, no.
She came to a
If
sticky
you
end.
are related, you must have been really upset. So when she came in with no head, thought, "Oh, mummy, what have you done?"
Mummy, it's 400 years ago. So, Mr. Boleyn.
Indirectly.
Sorry.
Indirectly.
Indirectly,
Through
okay.
grandfather Jeffrey.
Okay, because it's an unusual name. French, I believe. Boleyn, is it Boleyn? I think it might.
Well, so we got a little bit of history, which we've learned here. It started off as Bullen, but when they started to become in the royal court, they wanted to make their name more posh.
Yeah,
So they changed the pronunciation and then thus the spelling.
love it. We're in the presence of royalty. Ha ha ha! You see, we've got a royalty in the house, Michael Whitehall. I
Wonderful.
told you to put a 3-piece suit on because it would be
Yeah.
worth it. And you did. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right, we're back to...
Sure.
I think that deserves a round of applause, definitely. We're now back to the Australian dog walking, dear listener.
Australian dog walking, dear listener, but for the past few weeks I have been a dildo driving around England, dear listener.
Oh.
I am here on holidays.
There's a lot of holidays
and
going
thought
on.
of you when I drove past the signs to Chartwell House. Unfortunately closed for electrical repairs the day I tried to visit Anne Banbury.
Oh, your favourite place, Michael.
Oh, bad surprise you.
Again, those that listen to the podcast will
I
know
hope
that
you
we
didn't
have...
spend too long in Banbury. It's the most terrible place.
I will not have a
But
word said against
Chartwell is
Banbury.
lovely. We had a special tour of Chartwell.
We did,
In fact, we
on
did an
Travels.
episode of
Travels. Yeah.
Travels there.
I think
yeah.
you had disgraced yourself because you vandalise the visitors book or something. You wrote something in the wrong pen, or also Jack was trying to encourage you to get into Winston Churchill's bath, which of course was very
That's
forbidden.
right.
Carry on,
I'm
Banbury.
here on holidays
Yeah,
and
we've
thought of
done
you.
that.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
done
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Banbury.
Yeah.
And, oh,
Please
God.
lower your papers,
Love-
Mr. Whitehall. Lower
Michael,
your papers.
lower your
for the
papers.
cameras.
There's a camera there for YouTube. Yes.
Oh, there's a
you see.
camera there, that little red dot.
Yes.
Is that a camera?
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Love.
Lower your papers.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Love,
Otherwise, you
love
just get
your podcasts.
Yes.
And depending on what day it is, I always listen to either the latest or a past episode while I walk my neighbour's dog. That's jolly nice of you.
Yeah, could you come to Putney? Because I could do with a
He
dog
has
walker.
got used to me occasionally bursting out with laughter. Oh. Some weeks ago, we were discussing how DLs, dear listeners, refers to those of us that follow your podcasts. Just a suggestion that DLs could also cover the dear lookers who watch you on the socials.
Ah,
Clever.
yes.
Hope you enjoy creating your podcasts as much as we love listening to them. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Smiley
Carol from
From
Sydney,
Sydney.
Australia.
I assume Carol has gone home. She's not here tonight. Do we know PPJ? Carol? from Sydney?
No Carol tonight, I'm afraid. But all the best to you, Carol in Sydney.
Yes.
if
Yes.
that's where you
I'm
are now.
Thank you,
also,
Carol.
I've had a little thought, because this has been a problem that's been plaguing me for a few weeks now, that because this series of the podcast has gone onto YouTube, which frankly, Michael and I don't even know what YouTube
Is
is. really.
YouTube the one with all the porno stuff in it? Isn't there a channel?
You
with
told me you didn't know what YouTube was. Are you telling me
Yeah.
that you have found porno on
No,
YouTube?
but I knew there is a channel called something like that. No?
I wouldn't know, Michael, but clearly you do know.
No, I don't. I've never been on a porn channel, but I just
So
thought...
you say we know
No.
about your Instagram search history, though, don't we? And what the algorithm knows about your search history on Instagram.
I don't understand
There's
what
a
you're
lot of
talking
big
about.
bosom women on there, and bottoms is all I'm going to say. YouTube is it's apparently all happening on YouTube now. Is that correct, PPJ?
Yes, largely, but not pornography.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking... So, yes, I had a conundrum because I was thinking the DLs, we love, the dear listeners, and then suddenly we're on YouTube, which meant I had to put makeup on when we were doing this, which was a bit of a strain. So what am I going to call the people who watch it? And we came up with various ideas. It never really flew with me, any of this. So I'm loving dear lookers, but I'm also thinking, Guildford, hello, you're here live, so you're my dear livers. Yes! Hello, dear livers in the house. So we've got dear listeners, dear lookers, dear livers.
Right.
Are you with this, Michael?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that Carol is not here from Sydney. To be honest, I'm quite sad I'm not in Sydney myself, because we went to Sydney, did we not, earlier in the year? And had a
We
lovely
did,
time.
and we loved
Yeah.
being in Sydney.
We did.
And
yeah.
we loved
Hello?
everything about Sydney. No,
did.
we
Good
went to that
food.
really nice restaurant,
We did.
and
with
Rick
this-
Stein
Yep.
and
Yep.
his wife,
Yeah,
who are
it's very
friends of
nice.
ours.
Yes.
And I'm
So we-
sounding like Charles Brandreth now, mentioning people who are
You
friends of
are
mine.
Michael Whitehall. Yes.
Charles Brandreth. Oh, God.
He makes you look like a novice when it comes to name dropping. He can out name drop you any time.
Oh, he concentrates on royals, too.
He does.
They're not a good name drop to use at the moment, I don't think.
Yes, selectively, I would say. Anyway, so I think that Carol's solved my problem. Dear lookers, dear listeners, dear lookers, dear livers, what do you think, PPJ?
I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit perturbed thinking about that last 2 minutes that Mr. Whitehall just spoke there and whether I need to edit it out or leave it in, but that's a me problem.
That is
Don't
a
worry
you
about
problem.
it.
Can I ask how we're doing with the reboot? Are we rebooted?
I think the second half will largely answer that question.
Okay, great. Because if we're not technically rebooted, we don't have much of a second half because there's a lot of assets in part 2.
Yes, I am working on the assets as we speak.
I need to show this audience my assets, okay?
Right.
Just saying. And I don't mean it in that way.
Yeah, we won't be able to put that on YouTube if that's what you're planning.
Definitely not.
Am
Get
I
it on my OnlyFans page. Could I just say that
Am I
my
allowed
son
to
is in
speak?
tonight. He will be horrified.
Oh, yes, he
My
is.
other son and his lovely pregnant wife
Yes.
are in this house. He
Yeah,
will
they
literally be
are.
saying to her,
Yeah.
how does she know about OnlyFans? So sorry, Barney.
That's the son with the brains.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Do we have time for one more, or are we going to have to do a bonus ep?
So there is one more, and remind me, that's from Bradley and Ellen, isn't it? Bradley and
Yeah.
Ellen, you're going to have to listen to the bonus episode later in the week that this episode goes out, and you will hear your email. My apologies, we are slightly out of time for this half.
I think that you good people of Guildford, you've done so well in your interaction within the podcast section of the show. I think you deserve a drink.
I think before you rush off,
Oh, yes.
because I don't want them not coming back,
As if
the
they dare.
second half of this,
Yeah.
and we've only done it
Twice.
is a lot better. I promise you. And if you don't think the second half is better, then you can have a glass of this
The Lidl.
awful champagne.
I don't think the people from Kansas will think it was better. That's something.
Yeah.
Did you forget to mention anything, Michael, in this first half? Just because I know that you need the endless reminders. Did you forget,
no.
Michael Whitehall, to mention the book?
Oh, yes, the
I know
book.
Anne has got the book.
Yes, now this book,
Yes.
it's called Shark Infested Waters. They've put my name in big letters. It was originally published a long time ago
2007, Michael.
when nobody knew who I was.
No, before
well,
he
Hilary
became
knew who
Michael
I was.
Whitehall.
Even my mother never seemed to remember me. But anyway, the publishers, who are called Constable, decided that they were going to
Issue it.
So they do a brand new cover and all dinkiness and everything. And it was published
Last week. or the
last
week. Before.
week,
Yeah, yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I'll tell
it's
you.
really good. I
Yeah.
like it. And we've had some very good reviews. Michael Morpurgo said this book is a treat, a sheer delight.
Yeah.
And Jack Whitehall said, Michael has always been and will always be the funniest Whitehall. Nice
Bless him.
one, Jack.
What a good boy.
I've heard his stories 1,000 times and still love them, like I'm listening to them for the first time. Thankfully, this book ends before he has children, so I can't be thrown under the bus. Jack Whitehall, sweet,
Very nice.
isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Anyway, it is available on. Well, actually, I think it's available here, is it not, Michael Whitehall?
Actually, I'm going to.
Anne,
I'm,
you know.
I'm going to
Yeah.
have to withdraw something I said earlier. Can we
Yes.
cut it, PPJ?
Ready for this? Because I know
Because
what's
there's
coming.
a rave from Giles Brandreth, and I've just been very rude about Giles.
Yes.
So
Get that retracted.
editing
Yeah.
scissors, please.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right, so there it is, and that's in the merch department.
there's a merch man outside, I believe.
And the merch department, apparently, the most popular item in the merch department is a
Fridge magnet.
what are they
is-
called?
Fridge
Fridges.
magnet is the word
yes.
you're groping
A
for.
fridge magnet
Yeah.
with a drawing of me and underneath it says "fuck off." And he said, "That's my bestseller." And he said, "Forget about your book. I've got an extra orders now coming in for the fridge magnet with you saying "fuck off." And I said, "It's really so exciting for me. It really makes me feel good that we've got a really good merch department."
So that's Guildford, Michael Whitehall. That was a triumph, was it not?
Mm-hmm.
I saw 2 lots of doula families whose children all seem to be at university now, which is very alarming because I looked after them when they were babies. That was lovely. Saw a great friend of yours, David Harsent, who's a writer who did some things for you. And his lovely wife, Julia Watson, who's in Emmerdale.
He's
that
also
was exciting.
a poet.
He's a poet, indeed. Champagne was taken, but not by me. So we had a very jolly evening. So thank you, Guildford. We're going to crack on probably and wrap up because that was a banging episode. There's a lot in there, a lot to unpack. Please join us again on Thursday for the bonus ep. Do what you do so well. Rate, review, share, subscribe, tell your friends, follow the show, send the emails coming, thewitteringwhitehalls@gmail.com. Of course, you know that. You are the beating heart of the podcast. Voice notes, WhatsApps. Ready, Michael?
What?
Brushes?
Oh, right. Okay.
07712 136. I can't do it. 136.
147.
147.
Think of snooker.
Okay. 07712 236. No,
147. Think of snooker.
I can't do it. 07712 147 236. Okay. 07712 147 236. Yay! 15th time lucky. Love it. We'll be back on Thursday. Join us then. Until then, I will say farewell.
And I will say goodbye.